What's going on YouTube? Ali Dope. I'm checking in once again with cover art breakdown episode 4. Yes sir. Today we're gonna go over Latto's 777 album, Dreamville's D-Day, NLE Choppa's Too Hot featuring Moneybagg Yo, and last but not least, I Know Nigo by Nigo. Now, there has been a lot more appreciation for cover art and the thought process behind the covers for today's music, but we still lack respect for the actual artists themselves, the people who are creating the covers. Like, we can't even get a tag. Damn. Musicians and more need to start appreciating the cover art designers and the graphic designers that's helping to achieve the dream that they're trying to obtain, because it takes a village to create something special, and a little bit of credit goes a long way. Now, we should all be showing appreciation for the creators in general as a community, because after watching the Genius documentary, looking at what Coodie's impact had on creating what we know today as Kanye West, I don't understand how we not, as a community, creating together, sharing and crediting one another with the production credit, with the cover art credit, with the executive producer credit. Like, it takes a team, and usually only one person gets all the shine. Also, all that is for another story. So in the meantime, in between time, without further ado, let's get back into the computer and start breaking down these covers. Okay guys, first up is gonna be Big Latto. Her new album is entitled 777. It dropped last month. The cover has a lot of elements to it. First, you're seeing Latto standing on a chrome pedestal at what seems to be like a fair or a circus. She's in the middle of the bullseye as like these 3D knives are being thrown at her. I like that concept. The centerpiece is obviously going to be on Latto, with the emphasis on the photography by Jorah Francis. Yeah, I really like the world they created. They made it for the rest of the album assets to keep everything uniform. And yeah, man, teamwork makes the dream work. Like 4 or 5, probably 6, 7, 8 people worked on this cover to bring it to life. Now, I couldn't find the actual artist that created the elements. I'm gonna think that he actually did this in Cinema 4D or Blender, added a few Octane renders through that thing, and yeah, this is the final product. All right, now speaking of Dreamville now accompanies their annual festival with a new compilation album entitled D-Day. It is hosted by DJ Drama, and the cover is designed by KD Designs. Now, if you're wondering, in 2022, while rappers are having DJs yell all over their album, well, hold on, this song. Yeah. Gangsta Grills is a mixtape series that was a required listening for everyone who loved rap music in, you know, a crucial mixtape era in the 2000s, early 2000s. Now, the theme screams destruction. You see total chaos amongst the cover, and if you heard the album, you can see how this cover relates to that feeling of not clean cut. You can see various artists on the label with this crazy type of war explosion in the background. That's pretty cool. The cover is nostalgic, but it's still like relevant, and this has a different direction for Cole because his covers are usually minimal, and also the title features like some VHS mask overlay with some dope lighting and highlighting throughout the cover. So I think KD Designs really brought this cover to life and definitely had Cole step out of his bag for this one. I definitely think the cover represents the album and the mixtape vibe very, very well. Alrighty, next up, NLE Choppa, Too Hot featuring Moneybagg Yo. Now, I couldn't find any credits on this cover. That's a little disappointing, but a fire cover nonetheless, no pun intended. The main focus of this cover is going to be the photography, and they probably grabbed this photo on the set of the music video. It's a great way to repurpose your assets and your content, and the designer simply added a few flames and masked around. I also see some lens flares in there, and they added a little glow to the main text. Nothing too crazy. I think it represents the song well, and it represents the music video well. Everything is coincides together, so that's pretty cool. Last but not least, I Know Nigo album. Now, I couldn't find the main designer for the official cover, but it's probably somebody in Nigo's camp. But the limited edition cover was designed by Cause, which is pretty cool, and that just shows my elements of like using artists and collaborating with different artists to create your cover art and create NFTs and special things like that. Now, I love that someone who isn't considered a musician is dropping an album. I think as a creative, we think that we can only be involved in music in one way, but really music and art is for everyone. As a fashion designer and a creative director of Kenzo and Human Made, Nigo made time to collaborate and work with various artists such as Pharrell and the Neptunes, Kid Cudi, Pusha T, Tyler T, A$AP Rocky, Lil Uzi, and more on this album, man, to bring his sonic vision to life. The cover features the Victor dog logo, as well as some other cartoon subjects. They all have that Bape illustration style to it. The dog has a cool speech bubble with the album title in it, which is a cool placement. But overall, minimal cover, but very thought out and custom illustrated. I feel like you should always have a mix with these covers. It can't be all photography based or all graphic based. So yeah. Make sure you guys tap with me on IG and TikTok and DM me. Let me know what covers y'all want to see broken down in the future. Okay guys, that's it for this week's cover breakdown. I hope you guys were inspired by that in some way, shape, or form and found a cover that you might have liked, or maybe discovered a new song or learned something about cover art history a little bit. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe for the kid. I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, man. Until next time, you guys, keep learning, keep creating, and most importantly, man, keep hustling. Until next time, Ali Dope, I'm checking out. Yes, sir.